Hello, hello. I hope you guys are all well and healthy today. My name is Nathan or Bixby, whichever you'd prefer. Honestly, I enjoy both aliases. Today I wanted to kind of talk about a different topic on my channel. I kind of want to start uploading, just uploading whatever I'm in the mood for talking about, just uploading in general. Today I want to talk about my marijuana journey and how I'm currently deciding to stop. I've been smoking marijuana since I was 16 or 17 years old, and I am now currently 24. I've been smoking almost every single day for that amount of time. Smoke when I'm anxious, smoke when I'm sad, smoke when I'd be irritable. It would be my medicine, right? But I'm starting to realize that it's also been causing a lot of my problems, right? So the past month, I would say, I would go 4 or 5 days without smoking. And during those 4 or 5 days, I always feel well, the withdrawals are terrible, but I end up feeling my baseline, I start to feel more calm. I would say by day 4 or 5, I'm not as anxious. The withdrawals at first are awful, right? Like right now, I'm very anxious. Today's day one, unfortunately for me, is I am very anxious. Um, I'm a little bit irritable, right? Last night's sleep wasn't the best, because I used to smoke myself to sleep, right? And also at the same time, one of the reasons why I'm stopping is just because marijuana doesn't provide the same effect for me, not even close, right? And this is just the pothead in me, right? But I'll smoke a whole pre-roll and it'll feel like I smoked a cigarette, like I won't even be high, right? It's at the point to where I would smoke weed to create my baseline. It doesn't even get me high anymore, right? And I'm at the point where I would like to save, save all my money now, right? Save up my mental, and experience a calmer baseline, right? I know I can do it, and I know it's hard to stop smoking weed. I love marijuana. I'm probably the biggest pothead that I know. Man, I've been smoking for 8 years. Um, but at the same time, I feel like my quality of life will be better without it. Depending on something, it's not it's not fun to depend on it, right? I want to be able to just live my life sober. I haven't dealt with my problem sober in 7 or 8 years. I don't know how to handle anger. I don't know how to handle, sadness, right? Without being fucked up, or without getting fucked up to try and cope, right? So that's going to be new for me. And I've stopped weed before. I made it like 2 or 3 months. I remember during that phase, well, I had to stop. I didn't have a choice, right? During that phase, I felt great. I can remember that I felt the best that I felt in a very long time, right? What I also want to start including is my meditations. I love my meditations and starting to notice that it provides a much better dopamine boost, right? It gives you a natural high, right? Marijuana gives you a spike high. Um, but at the same time, it was starting to have little to no effect on me, right? I need to take a massive tolerance break, and even 4 or 5 days isn't enough. Even if I take that 4 or 5 days and smoke, I'm still only high for 10, 15 minutes, right? Like my body's had so much THC consumed that it just doesn't work anymore, right? But at the same time, I don't want to beat myself up if I smoke again, right? Maybe I'll record my journey here and that'll be a part of my channel, right? Is me quitting marijuana. Um, I just think that I want to start uploading my videos again, right? Because I was uploading here and there in the past, but I kind of lost my motivation. I was making some music too. Maybe I'll start making music again as well, 'cause I did have fun. But yeah, I mean, that was just basically it, you know. Well, I guess I can keep talking. I want to make the video a little longer as I'm trying to do this all in one take, right? I don't have any notes. I don't have any notes in front of me, which maybe I should start writing notes so I can just have ideas of what I want to talk about, right? And I'll get better as time goes on, right? I guess bottom line is my my reality was just me being high 24/7. You know, I would smoke as soon as I woke up. I would smoke before I had water, smoke before work. I would smoke before anything, right? I would smoke before I even took a shit. You know what I mean? I uh, I was as soon as I would wake up smoking, but I just don't want to live that life anymore. You know, I know the road on the other side is much clearer and the grass is much greener, right? And I know people that have been smoking their whole lives. I don't want to be smoking my whole life, right? Like I'll use them as an example and maybe I shouldn't, but I do. And I just don't want to be smoking my whole life. And yeah, I don't know. Marijuana is a very beautiful plant. It has to be treated with respect, right? Like I think I just abused it way, way, way too much. And you can't abuse that plant. Marijuana can provide a very psychedelic effect, a very psychedelic nature, which is kind of crazy the fact that it doesn't do anything to me anymore, right? I'll have to sit here and smoke two or three bong bowls and I still won't even be high, right? Or I'll sit here and eat some edibles and I still won't be high. But I guess I'm getting a little off track now as this is day one of no more smoking and I'm gonna keep the videos going. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in on my journey. Peace out, homie dogs.